Hi guys, my name is Tammy and we are here to launch our Waste2Worth project. So come with us as we launch our program. Thank you.
So we are super grateful to LGI, who is here in a double capacity. So she's also representing the zonal inspector, who could not make it today for a very important engagement. So I want to really say thank you, ma'am. We are also grateful to the principal, who has really given us support from the beginning until today. We can see that he's here, and even at this morning, he actually supported us to ensure that the hall was well equipped. So we are also grateful to our partners, which the first on our list is Society for Planet and Prosperity, who actually supported, they are our key partner, and they supported this project very much. And you can see that there are about three of them. Mr. Nemeka Oru, who is the senior policy analyst, has actually been of great support, and we are grateful to them. We're also grateful to Yield Up Development Initiative, who supported us technically to ensure that this eco dump site or eco trash bin was actually built to this point. Then we have the Eco Cycle Foundation, who engaged us with the plan act now. So that's the meaning of the plan. And of course, we used it through this awareness section. And I trust you need to have this game. I'm glad that at the CDS level, we have one that we can utilize to engage schools. So even while we are not here, the other core members can utilize it to go to schools to engage them and teach them about climate change. And to every core member, from the leaders, the project team, everyone who has volunteered, we apologize that the certificate could not be handed over to us today, but it's going to be available. Because of time, we will not be able to issue the certificates today, but the certificates will still be given to us because B1 has final clearance today, and we have to get back to our CDS venue to ensure that that is done, except we don't want to pass out for me. I'm expecting to be there already. So thank you very much. We are grateful for your support. We are grateful to the students who supported us through this project, and we apologize for exceeding your time. Yeah, we apologize for exceeding your time, and we hope that we'll have future collaborations together.
So my name is Praise Akobo. I'm from Benue State and I'm a current 7 core member, batch B1 in FCT Abuja. Okay, so today is the official launch of an eco trash bin. So this eco trash bin was made from plastic bottles. So instead of utilizing the normal cement blocks, we utilized plastic bottles filled with sand, and we're able to utilize that to make the eco bricks for this particular trash bin. So first of all, our CDS venue is in APO. So we decided to go around our environment and community to see the needs. So we had to do like a needs assessment. So when I came into service, I discovered that CDS project was not so much of a thing, and we needed to encourage core members because I didn't see it running. So I had to engage other core members, and we decided to go around to see what was the need. So upon coming here, we discovered that there was no standard trash bin where they can keep their wastes. So we decided to see that we do it in an eco-friendly way, and that's why we utilize this, remembering that our CDS is environmental protection and sanitation. So through this, we are protecting the environment because plastic bottles, globally, 32 million tons of waste. We have 32 million tons of waste, and 2.5 million of that waste is actually plastic bottles. So these are our own way of curbing plastic bottles, reducing plastic pollution, and as well ensuring that there is environmental sustainability. So that's basically what we did. And for this trash bin, This contains over 1,500 plastic bottles utilized for this. And with that, of course, we've been able to reduce the rate of plastic pollution in the society. So it's not just about the project, it's about creating a movement for the students. They began to understand climate action, they began to understand how to manage waste. One of the scenarios that happened was after one of the sections we had with the students, an awareness section, the next week we came back, she came and told us that they no longer throw away their plastic bottles, they now gather them in the house. And it was amazing that the student actually brought it for us to also do this project together. So what benefits to be for the students is encouraging them to take action towards climate, towards waste management, towards their environment. And of course, they now have a standard place where they can dispose their wastes. So we don't have lots of littered waste around, as well as plastic bottles. So we've also ensured that they would also keep their plastic bottles separately and utilize it for subsequent projects, because we are not stopping here. So I'm actually passing out, but then we've been able to transit successfully. So we have other corpers who are taking over from us. So I'm currently the president, and we have a president and other team members, project coordinator, to ensure that this goes on. So today, we're not just launching this, we're launching a climate club in the school. So on Fridays, the CDS comes here, engage them to see how they can embark on certain projects together. And also from the CDS level, core members will also engage on certain projects, like it could be cleanup exercise, it could be tree planting, it could be biogas production, it just varies. And together we can do great things. So the next we have in mind is actually tree planting, and we'll be having that in the CDS venue. So why that was needful was we had like a general CDS, and we discovered that when the sun was up, we didn't have like a coverage. So we saw the need to actually do that, maybe not just for us, for the future generation. So the next project will be focused on tree planting. And of course, we have amazing core members who will be handling that. Lots and lots of challenges. So of course, as core members, you're expected that whatever project you're carrying out, you should at least maybe get sponsors or get some support, because aside the plastic bottles, of course, there are other materials that you have to also purchase for the project. So from the beginning, the first thing we encountered was people were not so aware about how they can manage waste. So a lot of mind re-engineering, a lot of awareness had to be done from the CDS level down to the school. So that was a challenge from the beginning. So it took some time. Afterwards, getting like some support. So we amongst ourselves, we had to get to see how we can contribute. But then we reached out to some organizations doing work around environmental protection, and 3 organizations, Society for Planet and Prosperity, Yield Up Development Initiative, and EcoCycle Foundation supported us in one way or the other. And the first one supported us with funds, and so that added to what we had in the CDS. And of course, we were able to have this. So we had technical support. We also had like a plan game from EcoCycle, and that plan game teaches students how to take actions towards climate. So it's more like a what card game, but it teaches you how to take actions. I schooled in the University of Agriculture, Makurdi, now called Joseph Sanwo-Ataka University. I studied veterinary medicine. So I'm a One Health person. I'm very much interested about the humans, the animals, and the environment. So that's why I had to do this. And I had a personal CDS project where I focused on humans and animals. So I visited the IDPs, I carried out outreaches, awareness, health outreaches, and also administered mass deworming medicines to them. And that was really, really great, because the outcome was something that was profound and people are making reference to it now. So I've been able to carry out a personal CDS project, and I've been able to lead the CDS project. And what I plan to do is to guide other core members to see how they can execute this, because we don't have like a template that explains this clearly to us. So it could be a challenge, and it was for me. So I want to see how to simplify the process to others. So my advice would be to engage your CDS officer, speak with her very well, ensure that you're engaging the right people, be it personal CDS, be it group CDS project. So NYSC from the headquarters has to be aware. So there's a process. You have to write your proposal, from proposal, you submit it, and they'll have to get back to you. So first of all, have the mindset and the willingness, and be open to face difficulties. I faced that, but I already made up my mind that I was going to do this till the end, and that's why we have this today. And also, I was able to. I've submitted my report for the personal CDS project. So have an open mind to experience difficulties, but ensure that in the midst of the difficulties, see the possibility of scaling through it. So I kept on seeing the possibility, and that's why I was able to achieve that. So ensure that you have a team. You can't do it all alone. No one is a person of isolation. All of the submission of letters to different offices, the proposals, you have to wait for feedback. You have to probably call, So since there was no template, it's more like learning on the job, right? So it was quite difficult because I didn't have that laid down guideline. Yeah, I reached out to one person and the person supported me in one way or the other, but that was the first challenge. Then getting sponsors to also support. So I'm really encouraging organizations to support CDS projects, to support personal projects when they reach out to you, because I had that challenge as well. But then I know I had one support for my my personal CDS project. So that's just like my call to organizations, CSOs, that's civil society organizations, non-profit organizations, non-governmental organizations, MDAs across board. Please, let's encourage core members to carry out CDS project by also giving them some support. NYSC clearly states that if you want to carry out a personal CDS project, you should have a sponsor. So even when you're submitting your proposal, there is a sponsorship letter attached to it, because they don't expect you to utilize your personal funds for personal project or group projects. So it's something that's been written openly. So this is why I was actually calling for other organizations, because what you can get from NYSC would be technical support, right? Probably if you are either doing a construction project, or maybe a personal project internally, that's IDPs, they can go there with you and to see that everything is working well. But as regards funds, you should get the sponsorship yourself. So I camped in Kubwa. I was not relocated. I camped in Kubwa, and of course I'm serving in Kubwa. So my camp experience wasn't so great for me on a personal note, because probably I've not gone through such sort of physical stress. So it was difficult for me, and I think I would say I had to navigate, I had to find my way around. It began from the registration period. So I think I had like a particular challenge with my license. I mean, like I said, I'm a veterinary doctor. So it wasn't stated clearly. So I had left it in the state I was. So upon coming here, I had to wait for it to be sent. So, but aside that, I feel that was a personal challenge. So I probably should have come with all my original documents, whether being told or not. So, but then the challenge was majorly the physical stress. I understand that we are being trained, but not everyone's body. So not everyone's system can carry such stress. So I was actually advised to leave camp, and at the end of the day, I left camp because of I didn't run away. So I came to camp with my medical reports, right? But then I wanted to stay. But when the stress became overly due for my body, they advised me to leave. So I did not stay until the end of camp. So my advice to the incoming core members, because people face a number of stress and experiences, from issues around PPA, issues around payments, so many challenges. So my advice would be, it's been termed NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, right? So there's a service part of it. That's what I had to tell myself. When I started facing all of the stress, I just told myself, Praise, you're here to serve the country for 1 year. So whatever you're doing, do it willingly without expecting anything. So I would say, yes, it's important that you're being paid, but just in case you experience any of that challenge, try to embrace, it's very difficult, but then try to embrace the mindset that you are, at this point, building yourself for the future. So ensure that you serve rightly, ensure that you engage and network with people. This is a time for you to network, because the next phase is a phase that requires a lot of responsibilities. And my definition of responsibility is usually a response to your ability. So you actually had that ability in you, but then you had not released it. So allow yourself come to that place of releasing that responsibility, and you will see yourself responding to that ability that is within you. So see it from that perspective, and even if you encounter challenges, I believe you'll be able to somehow surmount every odds. I am very, very, very particular about skills. I know that there is Said, but the sustainability of Said is not being properly checked. So if there was a system, especially in the CDS level, that's where we can probably encourage that. Since for now, this is like what we have. So in the CDS level, if we can encourage that all CDS focuses on a particular skill, right, and it's being monitored, because you can actually say something, it can be written, but then it's not being implemented, and afterwards it's not being sustained. So I would say that ensuring that all CDS, that's why it's called Community Development Service, all CDS carry out a particular skill acquisition program, and it's being checked. Then capacity building programs. A lot of core members find it difficult to write their series, and immediately after service, you're already open for the job market, the labor market, and all. So encouraging all of this capacity build. I'm thankful to God that was one of the things we did in our CDS. We had to really bring in capacity building sections. We have LinkedIn optimization. That's like a professional site. All of these digital marketing are skills that should be taught very much in the CDS level. So that's really like what I would focus more on when it comes to probably if I was a DJ, because my concern is always what happens next. So if you have that on ground, you'll be able to at least have something that people fall back to when they leave service. And I think it will make the system better. I've begun my master's already. Yeah, so I should begin officially in June. So for me, first is furthering, because I like to ensure that I get more skills in what I have done. So first, I'm furthering my master's in public health. I study veterinary medicine. So because I'm very much passionate about the health of the environment, the health of animals, the health of humans. So I already began and will begin officially in June. So that's it for me. And of course, I work with a non-profit, and we get to carry out outreaches in IDPs, and we have like a good monitoring and evaluation system to ensure that some of the things that ought to be should be. So that's it for me, because I have like short-term, middle-term, and long-term goals. So you asked for the short-term, and that's it immediately after service. And of course, so combining working with masters.
What is special today is we are launching our project. So I'm very excited, super happy, because I know what we'll undergo through before coming to conclusion of the project today. Yeah, the project is all about Waste2Worth. That is in the midst of converting the waste to what to a meaningful. Like we make use of bottles, which is where we finish drinking our water or drinks, we throw it, but we decide to turn it to a used, so that it should not pollute the environment, or we can reuse it for the benefit or for another great purpose. Now they have where they can throw their just bin, so when it gathers to some level, they can burn it down. It's more safer to keep the environment clean than to throwing it all around the school environment. But if they have a particular place where they can be dumping their waste to burn it, it will easy and also make the environment clean. Oh, well, we face a lot of challenges while embarking on this particular project. The challenges are, first, we need to get our bottles, and getting the bottles, it's not whereby we go and buy in the shop. So we start gathering the other pickets. So it wasn't an easy task for us. And also we need to purchase a sand that we use, and also get some finance to sponsor, like buy a cement and get some laborers that are going to do the work. So all this, it wasn't easy, but the joy of it is that the project is done, and today we are about to launching it. Sourcing this from organization that supported us was we present to them our project and our goal and our purpose. Then they see it to it that it's wise and is very good. So they just, out of their willingness to support and help to develop the project. I would say it is God, actually, because when I apply or when I register my NYSC, I was waiting, even though I've been praying that God should bring me to Abuja. So when I prayed, the call-up letter came up, I saw that it is Abuja that I was posted. So that's how I found myself here. Oh, well, it wasn't an easy experience, But even though I was having an uncle here who worked in Abuja here, so after my camp, I was staying in his house. So till some level, then I got to my own place, then I moved in. But it wasn't easy for me to get my place because houses are very expensive to rent a house here, and transportation to work are costly. So you need to get a house close by your office so that you will not spend much on transportation. To me, I experienced that this 77k alawi was a kind of, it finished more than the 33k. So so I would have loved if the federal government would still increase it, because once the 77k enters your account, before you realize the money will just got finished. I don't just know how, but it's not that kind of enough. But yeah, transportation, although a lot of things are also inside the 77k. Imagine serving in Abuja with just 77,000 naira. It wasn't easy. It's not easy at all. Wow. If peradventure I'm given the opportunity to serve as a digit of NYSC, I will really change a lot of things. Like, I personally will increase the alawi, because I know the economy of the country is not favorable at all. So am I likely to increase the alawi and also meet the day of camping to the skill? There should be skills that should be learned in the camp, that where if you pass out, whether your PPA cannot afford to give you something, you can use that your skill and started getting some incomes for yourself. Like me, I'll increase it like either 150k or 200k per corper, because one thing is that when you finish this service, it will be as if they sack you from job. There's nothing coming any longer, so you totally depend. But if you're collecting like 200k, at least if you're spending 150, you can be 750k. So from there, when you finish, you can engage yourself into a business which can sustain you to the rest of your life before you get a juicy job or you get what you want to do in life. Well, and for personal growth in life, I would not love to serve again, because I need to grow more in life. But if I'm serving again and remaining stagnant, which will not yield anything to my life, to not add more to my life, because it's assumed that I've experienced what I'm coming to do again. It's like it's going back, not going forward. So I will never come to serve again, not because of the stress in serving, but because I need some growth in personal life, either financially, experientially, and a lot of things. Well, I will miss NYSC because of how we meet friends, we interact, we do all these projects, get together like the CDS and the camp. It will be I will miss NYSC actually, but I have no option than to miss it, because I need to proceed to a next stage of life.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy because I'm passing out number 1. And another reason I'm happy is because of this project, which was successful. Waste2Worth. It wasn't easy. Recycling can, empty can, and we thought to make something progress, and we didn't even know that we can do it. We finally did it. So my name is Zinat Ismail. I'm from Adamawa State. I'm serving here in FCT. I school at Federal University Duse, Jigawa State, and I study BSc Botany. The biggest challenges we face mostly is the bottles, getting the bottle to the recycle can to fill it with sand. Actually, the season, because of the economic season and the hardship of the country, not everybody take bottled water. And now everybody has found out the secret about recycling waste. So it's very hard to be running up and down and begging people, please, I need your can, please. If you take malt, if you drink something, please, I need the empty bottles. It wasn't easy to get 1,000 plus. This project is very good. At least you have learned something. So if you have any idea and you think you can recycle or you can do something that has to do with this kind of project, my advice for you is to go into it, and look for it and do it yourself. If you need any assistance, then go to your LGI, bring about it on the table so they can help you through it, because this is something that is very good to recycle waste-to-worth. So if Nigeria can move on into it, we can recycle a lot of things. Yes, manpower, the strength, the sun, working under the sun, filling the sand, getting the bottles. It wasn't easy. Yeah, we were able to overcome with the help of the students around the school, government, senior secondary school APO, and their staff. They were able to join hands and help us in filling the sand and so far so good. It was a successful project.
So this project right here, this project Waste2Worth, the purpose of project Waste2Worth was to see what we can do with waste and convert it to something that worthwhile or something more usable. So this project now, in this project, we use plastic bottles. We gather plastic bottles, we fill them with sand and use it to make eco bricks so that we can create this kind of waste structure for the students in this school, in APO Senior Secondary School, Government Senior Secondary School. That's Abuja. That's the purpose of this. Generally, my NYSC experience so far actually been good. The camp was, I camped in Cuba. It was a wild camp, but it was very interesting. It's an experience I feel like every graduate should have because it's actually a beautiful experience. So concerning me, I enjoy NYSC to an extent because it allows me to meet different people from different backgrounds. You see people from different schools that you have not met, and you guys are going to gather in one location and be working on projects together. For example, in our CDS group that we did this Waste2Worth project. So the beauty about camp is that you are going to meet different people. I met some of my classmates, in secondary school. I never knew that we were going to meet in the same camp, but we met each other there, and it was actually a nice experience. I also met different people from my university too, so it was actually a nice experience. Concerning the allowance increase, it's actually a very good step for us, but somehow, because of how my PPA is, the things may not actually be enough sometimes if I consider transport. Like for example, I spend like sometimes 2,000 like to go to my PPA, and if I calculate that, let's say I go like 4 times a week. I go 4 times a week. If I calculate that, the money is almost finished. The money is almost finished. But I thank God that I'm also working on other things, so I can still push on. The plan project is very stressful. Like this project now it stressed us out. A lot of complications came along the way, but the leaders, we still pushed forward and we achieved it. In Nigeria, I noticed that our sustainability mindset is poor. Our waste management mindset too is poor. You can see it in every corner of the Nigerian society. You see some of our government offices, you see that they have poor maintenance culture. So we have to actually learn how to manage waste products in Nigeria effectively. Our waste management system in Nigeria needs work. I think I was passing along area 1. I don't know if Sockaway flew, but waste was coming out from one road like that for like a long time, and it should not be so. The place was even smelling somehow. I feel corpers should actually do more of this, more projects like this, because projects like this can outlive us. It outlives us. So even if we come in the next 20 years, most likely this structure will still be standing. But I feel like corpers should do something that kind of leave a legacy for them when they are done with their service. Something that they can come and look back to and be like, oh, we did this together.
We are the one that fill this rubber with sand, and this is where they want to put all those dead and burn them. Yes.
Want to say thank you and God
very
bless
much.
them.
I love you guys for the effort.
We love you guys.
The color is given. The color is given.
What class are you guys?
SS1G.
SS1G. Are you guys looking towards serving?
Yes. By God's grace.
Thank you.
Guys, we're done with the project. Don't forget to tune in to Corpers Vibe to watch the episode. Bye.